Hello and welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak. So in the last one, we went around doing all the nonsense, talking to every NPC and the free time events, as well as a cool side quest, probably my favorite side quest we've done so far, about the ghost girl, essentially. And yeah, hung out with Fee and Aaron, and obviously we're saving Aaron because we don't have enough free time. Anyway, we should be going to Tharbad in this episode, I hope, unless some crazy nonsense happens. Before, my door wasn't locked, and now it is, so I feel like something is about to happen. Great. I'm gonna grab these quick, though. Okay. Oh. Wait, what? When did I do this? I don't know when I did this, but I did this. Oh, it was the wolves two episodes ago. I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess I did get 8 kills with one thingy. Celestial. Okay.
Modifying your orbment, are you?
Before we get in, there are a few things I should look at that we've picked up. Specifically, we picked up a fortune one. Enemies drop more items, 30%. And 4 and 2. Oh. Ooh. That is a lot of time and wind. Okay. That is the only one there I got. We also got melt. I forgot about that. Oh, it's fire and water. Okay, this one seems like it might be good. It has flare squall on it, which is a decent move. I'll keep that in mind. At the moment, I don't know if I want to switch anyone to it. Didn't I just get something? Oh, I got a plug-in. Can I look at them? They're not under quartz. Are they under... No, I think I have to go put them in. Damn. Hold on, because we just got it. Celestial or whatever?
Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
Not you.
Ask me anything. Really.
Modify? Plug-in. Revives all allies and restores to full HP. Are you kidding me? 600 EP? Does anyone even have 600 EP? No. No, they don't. Not yet. Oh yeah, I have Thanatos Jail, which is... I'm gonna take this off. Switch her thing to melt. Open these slots. Oh wait, no. Now I can just click on them, right? Thanatos Jail. I'm putting back on. I can't afford this yet, but I'd love to have this in the long run. So, yeah. That is a lot of EP. I wonder if it'll be cut down because I have EP cut. Like in battle, it'll be cut down. Probably. Because she could almost afford it. Especially if you take like 20% off. So, we'll see. So I have that. I can't actually open any slots for anyone right now, right? No, I can't. Okay. All right, give me one moment. I'm going to see if I can do anything about fortune. If not, we'll just move on. All right, so I looked through all of these and tried to figure out, because it gives time and wind, what would be the most beneficial for time and wind combined? And the shield has one right here. 20% chance to counter when an ally is attacked. Avenging arrow. So... I had to put a cast 2 on here instead of break, but that's fine. He is a decent healer at the moment. And fortune here, which doubles the slots to 8 and 4. So, I have Avenging Arrow on Van, and I think him countering when an ally is attacked is just appropriate. It's just fitting. It's perfect.
Hope to see you again soon.
I know. Oh, and before we leave, in case we lose the chance, I do want to make these. Now that I got ingredients, I want to make 3 of them.
Now you'll see how it's done. And there you go. Eat
Okay.
'em.
So if I have like an emergency boss where I want everyone to have 100 CP, I get 24 CP per use.
Be
So
seeing ya.
I could do that in an emergency. It's probably not necessary, but it's something. Should I call it a night? Tomorrow's going to be another busy day, so I should probably turn in soon. Choosing to finish up, yep. Huh, so you won't even let me go in here to turn things in on the deck. Is someone in here? Wait, what's this? Would you care to join me for a tea party in Riverside? Oh, Ren? Man, I just got people running around at her beck and call. Still, who am I to say no to an invitation? Well, I wasn't expecting it. I thought someone was hiding in there.
I'm glad the rain finally let up. The weather tomorrow should be lovely.
Yeah, the forecast clear skies all day for the southeast. But should you even be out here this late? You just told your friend to hurry back.
Why,
hurry
I'm
back.
out on patrol, silly. I have to make sure students are behaving themselves. New and old alike.
Yeah, whatever you say. It has been a while, huh, kitty? Would you rather I call you Ren Bright these days?
Call me whatever you like. Though I am pretty used to my new name now.
New name?
It's really good to see you too, Spriggan. I came over as an exchange student this past spring, but had I known how much you miss me, I would have paid you a visit a lot sooner.
Nah, no need to go out of your way just because you're a former client. Oh. Hell, I wasn't even a pro when I helped you. I didn't have my current office or anything. Oh, I need to hear about this. And I mean, we have kind of crossed paths since. Like with that case with the pampered politician's son.
I had a feeling you might be involved with that based on what that reporter was telling me about it. I didn't think I'd end up student council president as a result of it all, but it's been a lot more fun than I was expecting.
Is directly referencing the Reverie stuff that we saw, so... Yeah, I had a feeling it would be Van after I started this game, because Dingo and him are friends. Glad to hear it. Man, 5 years since we first met through that introduction letter from the Meister, huh? Where does time go? 5 years? Indeed, you really helped me shake off the professor's attempts to follow me. Not to mention helping the Meister with his relocation after all that chaos in Crossbell. I mean, I was in his debt to begin with. Ended up dumping a couple of kids with a bit of history on them, too. What? What? Okay, so Van helped. They keep calling him Meister. It made me forget his actual name. What was his actual name? The guy who makes the dolls? I should know this by heart by now. So he helped him move him somewhere else, and also introduce Swin and Nadia to him? Dumping a couple of kids? Wasn't really expecting anything in return. It's Georg. Wait, I'm looking it up. No, it's Jorg Rosenberg, not Georg. Georg is George. Never mind. I was pretty surprised when that gift showed up. What gift? Oh, the turbocharger. I'm glad you're enjoying it. My best friend and I were actually involved in designing it, you know. Ooh. Hold on, really? I could tell it was pretty high-tech and all, but I didn't realize you were behind that. Well, I heard you were a sobbing mess after Walter turned your old truck inside out. So I thought maybe you could use a little pick-me-up, you know, for old time's sake. Sheesh, that figures. Still, I'm guessing the society must be feeling the pressure at this point. They've had a lot of dropouts the past few years, you included. Just so long as they don't come looking for my help. You, I can handle. But those other wackos, no thanks. But you have such a natural talent for attracting them. They do seem birds of a feather flock together, they say that, though. I'm afraid you're likely to meet more of them as time goes on. I'm just a normal, upstanding citizen. What did I do to deserve this? Protest all you like, but you do seem awfully popular lately. In fact, it looks like you've got another vicious young woman looking to get her hands on you. Oh, how dreadful. Oh no, Kilika!
Oh, I think I'm a little past young at this point.
Oh boy. And such perfect timing, too. Thank you for making time to meet with us. I know how busy you are.
Think nothing of it. I have some other business to take care of outside of the office as it is.
You're Rene's boss, right? Not Ren. I heard a lot about you. Didn't realize the flying swallow was so fond of practical jokes. Was the lurking in the shadows bit really necessary?
My apologies.
Okay,
My name is Kilika Ruran, Chief of the CID's Integrated Analysis Division.
On second, look, she does look a lot more like Kilika than I thought, and a lot less like Elise. It was just that first part, I think, that just made me feel like that. That voice, though, is still a little I don't know. It's just a little deeper than I ever pictured her, because I played Sky, and, well, you can play it with voices on, so I believe you get to fight with her, because the only time voices are on is during when you're fighting. I swear I've heard your voice and it was higher.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arkride, even if this does not quite feel like our first meeting.
Very commanding voice, that's for sure. No doubt. I'm sure he's told you a lot about me, huh?
That he did, including everything that went on behind the scenes 2 years ago.
Haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Looks like bringing you two together was worth it after all. It's nice to see you again, Miss Roran. It's been, 4 years now? The same to you. Our positions may be different, but we need not be at odds with one another, Miss Bright. I'm glad we had a chance to catch up. Of course, I'm pleased to make your acquaintance as well, Mr. Arkride. It's getting to be more like a real tea party every minute. Maybe I should have invited Sylphid along as well.
Sorry for the wait, Kilika. What did I just walk in on?
Perfect. I should think that's obvious, Shin. And I had hoped you would be more punctual, considering this is our first meal together in some
Sorry, an
time.
urgent job came in. I finished it off as quickly as I could. I wasn't expecting to find the two of you here, though.
It's good to see you again, too. I know we've spoken a few times over the phone, but I think it's been about a year and a half since we last met in person.
Yeah, that was at the wedding, wasn't it? Man, you've really grown up. Hard to believe you're that same little girl that knocked us out in Grancel all those years ago.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot about that. You nearly forgot. Yeesh. Here's something else, kid. Well, everything happens for a reason, they say. We wouldn't be here talking now if it wasn't for that. Oh, now I see what's going on here. I thought it was odd when you told me you wanted to visit. I should have known you already had company. Now, don't give me that jealous look, Jin. It's less cute on a man your age. I promise I'll buy you a drink to make up for it. You two might not be in the same line of work anymore, but it looks to me like not much has changed since your days back at the dojo. You sure you really need help from a guy like me? Oh, definitely. We've barely been managing to make ends meet since Fee got here. We're gonna need help for a while, I think. You're extremely well connected, too. I'm told you even have ties to another Taito student. As a matter of fact, we were all just talking about that before you got here. Another. It's like he fits right in, no matter whose side he's on. How should I put it? He's like a singularity. I can't think of any Taito students outside of Angelica? Maybe? Yeah. If you want to know something, Arkride's your guy. Hey, lay off with the singularity business. I don't appreciate being talked about like a research specimen, okay? And just so we're clear, you guys might not be as bad as the direwolf or sow, but you're still a major pain in the ass. Huh, can't say I don't get where you're coming from. So, what's the plan? I've got a reservation not too long from now at a restaurant near here. You coming, Kilika? Of course, I think I've played my part here. I'll see you both again sometime. Take care in Tharbad. What part did you play? You said hi. Sheesh. Is there anybody around here that doesn't know my itinerary? That aside, I guess you're not totally on board with the guild yet, after all, huh? What was the point of them showing up? We do work together sometimes, but I'm not a bracer like my siblings, after all. I just do what I can to help and try to offer them my knowledge if I know it'll help the people I care for. Both in Liberl and in Crossbell. They've been adding a lot of people here in Calvar to that list too lately. It's good to hear. Well, I should be getting home. Estelle and Joshua will be wondering where I've gotten to. I'll be counting on you to take care of Agnes while she's with you. I'll do what I can. Though, aren't the Brights back in Liberl? You going all the way back there, just like that? Oh, yes, of course. Home is far away. Being around so many familiar faces made me think I was back there, I suppose. I'm so ashamed. A girl on the cusp of adulthood should be a little more focused. I think you're giving adults a little too much credit there, kiddo. Oh, don't do that.
When I found you 5 years ago, you were still lost and trying to find your place in the world. I'd only just finished my training and was still getting a feel for what it was to be a spriggan. I'll admit I kept you safe for a while and gave you a few pointers, but I never really could do much for you. Meanwhile, you managed to build yourself a new life, new friendships, hell, a whole new family, all on your own. You're no lost kitten anymore. You're as fine a lady as any.
So, is this how you treat all the young ladies you keep company with?
Oh, guess not.
You say you never did much for me, but you give yourself far too little credit. It's not just me you've helped either. Take your old friend, that bracer girl, for example. Or what about your assistants, including my dear dorm mate? You help more people than you think. People who wouldn't have found themselves without you to take them by the hand and show them the way. If you ask me, you need to be a little more aware of the impact your words and deeds have had on people. If you can manage that, then I might even be willing to overlook a little head pat every now and again. And with that, I think I'll be off now. Good night, Mr. Spriggan.
Yeah. Good night. Man, she's grown more than I could have ever imagined. And I know she's nowhere near done. I'll have to keep an eye on her the same way I do my part-timers, now that fate's brought us back together like this.
Yes, we need more Ren, for sure. They're tying a lot of random things. Like in that cutscene, I feel like my brain is trying to connect things, and it just hasn't caught up yet. As far as like him introducing Swin and Nadia, meaning that at any moment, Swin and Nadia could appear in the story, and he'd already know them as well. Apparently, and Rosenberg could also just be a thing in this story. Like a lot of things are possible now, and there are so many he knows a lot of people. And what does he mean he helped her 5 years ago? 3 years ago, she was already with the Brights. Hold on. Okay. 5 years ago, it is 1208 in this game, like late 1208, which means late 1203 is what he's talking about probably, or anytime in 1203. And 1203 is when Sky the Third took place. And you could almost consider Zero part of that, and Ren was like struggling with her decision. She was still on the run and struggling with, trying to become a Bright around then. So you could easily say that, yeah, she met Van in that time, and he kind of tried to help her. Because we don't know where she was for a while there. She just kind of showed back up. So she could have been in Calvard. Huh. Okay. The morning of the second day of the 5-day weekend, Van contacted Nina to confirm that they would be accepting a request. The goal was to be in Tharbad in time for morning the next day, which would require setting off the night before. As such, they all had to rush to get ready for 4 days and 3 nights away from the office. Is that going to be 4 days? I have to actually... That's 7 episodes of NPC dialogue. That's all I'm seeing. Wait, what was that guy? The guy's name is Albert. And the girl? What is he doing? I don't remember the girl's name. I already forgot it. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just go back and check that episode anyway. I'm jealous. I want to go to the film festy too. You got to meet famous people, right? We're not going for fun, you know. This is real work hours here. It is quite exciting, though. You never know. We really might meet lots of famous people. You're right. I will be meeting Nina for sure, and she had a really unique aura, I guess. Tharbad's a good 8 hours by car, isn't it? That's quite a drive. Make sure you have plenty to eat while you can. Thank you, Paulette. And it's time for a drink to liven up. You absolute dumbass. Don't tell me you forgot why you renewed your license already. Oh, that's what he was doing. You people couldn't stay serious if your lives depended on it, could you? I don't know what job you've taken on that's taking you to Tharbad, but please do take care. Cake tear. Alright, can't say I ain't nervous, but you try taking the wheel while we're out of Edith. Let's see, you put those driving chops you showed riding Red Stars around Longport into practice. Okay. When T. I don't know how you're supposed to say that exactly. Apparently that's Chinese and it means no problem. But I butchered it for sure. Mei Wen T. I got this. Ingert, Red Star, it's all the same when you're behind the wheel. I can drive this baby way more smoothly than a shaky-handed cogger like you. This is going to be your first and only warning, kid. You end up scratching her or veering us into a ticket, and you're going to be in the trunk for the rest of the way. Sweets really aren't the only thing you're picky about, huh? Like cars and saunas are the essentials of life. Still, it sounds like as long as you drive safely, everything will be fine. Why does someone have to call him now? Wait a sec. I'd rather not take this in front of them, but I guess I ain't got a choice. Is it about Mare?
Hello, Mr. Arkride. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time.
Last time this person called, we didn't have a face for them, and I didn't know if they were going to be important, but I was sitting there trying to figure out their voice last time I did this episode, and I forgot to bring it back up again. That is 100%. I'm like, whose voice is this? This sounds really familiar, and I tried to connect it to a bunch of Trails characters. It's Igus. That's it. It's very obviously Igus. Huh? Damn, didn't think it'd be from a chick. A weirdly dressed one, too. Well, I don't know.
See that I did. I'm very sorry. I didn't know you were with your employees.
It is just Igus. No, that's cool. But sorry, if you had something else you wanted to run through with me, this ain't a good time. They're gonna be out of town for a while. Can I wait till I get back?
I see.
Should have given you a call myself, to be honest, but this was a real last-minute thing.
Not at all. What I wanted to discuss is hardly urgent. I simply noticed a number of irregularities in the last set of data you sent me. And as your service provider, I cannot help but be concerned.
Do you know Tio? You have like the same hair. She just looks like Tio.
I am deeply worried on a personal level too, considering I am charged with your care.
I mean, I'm grateful, but... Anyway, we'll only be away for a few days. I'll call you once things settle down afterwards.
Please
See ya.
wait.
Oh. Phew. Huh. Why are you all looking at me like that? She doesn't work at some sleazy shop or whatever, okay? You sure about that? Sounded like she was talking to her favorite customer from where I'm standing. And what the hell gave you that impression? Okay, so out of context, as your service provider, I can't help but be concerned. Irregularities with the last set of data? Oh, come on. That you can't take that out of context. I don't know. The hell gave you that impression? I don't know what this sleazy shop business and stuff is about, but she was pretty super pretty. Her outfit was really cute, too. It looked like a maid outfit, which, yes, did make me wonder what service she provides while being charged with your care. Let's just get going, okay? That's fair. She does look like a maid. Also, I'm pretty sure she's on the cover, so that's probably a future party member. Kind of hard to avoid assuming those things. I never thought Aaron would be such a great driver. She could be a villain. You could put villains on the cover, too. His smooth driving skills are off the charts. He's really giving Van a run for his money. See, told you I'd kick ass behind the wheel. Only thing I hate more than a smug little shit is a smug little shit with talent. I'll admit, this ain't a bad ride. I can see why you're always raving about her. She's smooth, customizable, and comfy. I can also make sharp turns without a hitch. I've always been a ride star kind of guy, and I'm coming around to Inger. I'll make a convert out of you yet. Of the 4 main brands, they're the best in the bun. Best of the bun? I think I'll take her for a spin from time to time. If I pretend she's mine, every girl in town will want a piece of me. Burn in hell. Anyway, I'll let you stay on the wheel for a while. You and I keep taking turns. We'll be in Tharbad by sunrise. I can meet up with Nina. Curious to find out what she signed us up for. What we signed up for. Me too. It must involve the Genesis somehow, but that's about all we know for sure. It's times like these when I wish I could glean more insight from them when they're glowing. Hey, don't go beating yourself up. I've been wondering though, how does the glowing thing even work? Goddess only knows. Those things might not be indecipherable enigmas like artifacts, but we still know next to nothing about them. Maybe there's a pattern for when they light up. Don't they go off when Almada's pulling shit? Could they be in Tharbad? No. We immediately brought up Judith Lanster and it went off. I had my contacts look into it, but they haven't found a trace of them there. Still, it could have been the ones who sent the threat letters out. Fingers crossed that isn't the case. I'll bet it isn't. The approach is too soft and roundabout for them. Not to mention they don't have anything to gain by obstructing the festival. At least not the one in Tharbad. Maybe they had a reason to stop the one in Meseldom since they're headquartered there. Nah, last I heard they moved out of Meseldom a long time ago. The people responsible for stopping the last festival were a bunch of racial terrorists. They threatened it and started a fire. The whole thing was canceled as a precaution. What? For real? Here I thought those racist bastards were a dying breed. I'd love to wipe the floor with those shit stains. Dying breed? Unfortunately not. Say, Van, you really do trust Dingo, don't you? Even if this job is bigger than what we normally do, you heard Nina out because of his recommendation. We go way back is all. I've known him since I was first starting out as a fixer. It's a give and take kind of relationship. He gives me jobs and I feed him info if I pick up. Speaking of info, he knows Jack too, right? You guys are in cahoots with a lot of colorful characters, huh? There's Bamati too. Ingo's definitely the most upstanding one of them, that's for sure. Doesn't get too friendly with you, but if you give him a job, he'll always get it done. Pretty easy guy to trust, if you ask me. He seems really well connected too. He even knows Nina. Wasn't it him who arranged our 4 SPGs in Tharbad? He's half Central Eastern, so maybe that's why he's got some acquaintances out there. He's got that rep as a journalist who turned down a Pulitzer. Really? But the Pulitzer Prize is the highest honor a reporter can receive. How the hell did a small-time dude at a gossip mag get in the running for that? Who knows? I'm sure there's a reason. He's going to be in Tharbad starting on the second day we're there to cover the festival. So we ought to be able to count on him to round up some leads for us. Please tell me Mariel's also coming. She knows. Oh! Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn so loud. Isn't this an 8-hour drive? Is it dark again? It should be day by now. It's okay to go to sleep if you want to get some shut-eye, you know. The seat's all reclined, so you should be able to get comfy. Just make sure your seatbelt's nice and tight first. None of us would mind if you got some rest too, by the way. Wait, none of us would mind if you got some? We've passed a number of pit stops already. Oh, if Van got some. Don't worry about me. I'm used to long drives like these. If I really need it that bad, I'll just let this little punk take over. Works for me. I'm still young, so I can actually do all-nighters. I was able to do all-nighters at 24. Plenty. What are you talking about? 24 is not old. I can't do all-nighters now, though. Every time I try, I just end up screwing up my schedule. I've been meaning to ask. Do people really not drink camel's milk in the Republic? Is it the story about the Malfita that made you want to ask? But that's right, you don't see camels much outside the Central East. Did you used to drink it back home or something? Nope, our village is at the base of a mountain, so we don't have keep any camels back home either. I just had some during a few of our trips. Tasted so good though, it's much thicker than cow's and sheep's milk. Huh. I wonder if it's like Kumi's? That's good stuff. You make me want to try it now. Camel's milk is supposed to be really valuable, since they don't produce much of it. Never tried any myself, but it's supposed to be a good alternative for people who are allergic to cow's milk. It's much higher in protein, vitamins, and iron, while at the same time, much lower in fat content. They're going really in depth with this. They also say it's tough to bake with, though, so kinda surprising that someone would try making chocolate with it. Oh, that's why. It's because he's a sweets guy. You are an encyclopedia for the weirdest shit. You guys hauled your asses over to Longport because Sao bribed him with sweets too, right? We are so screwed if Almada learns his weak point. You make a good point. I guess we'll have to learn how to make even nicer confections to keep them loyal to us. I can't always be bought, you know. I don't know. Changing topics, Nina seems like such a lovely person on top of her already being a talented actress, doesn't she? She's only 2 years older than me, but she's so composed and level-headed. Yeah, she stood her ground even when those monsters all showed up. She's not a warrior, but she did have this, noble kind of aura to her. Yeah, quite a woman. Not much like your average Easterner, though. I don't think she's from Longport, is she? No, but it's not like every Easterner in this part of the world comes from Longport. We've got Long Lie and Eastern Calvard, and a place like the Eastern Quarter over in Crossbell, out west, to name two big hubs. And she's deliberately gone out of her way to present herself as more white, too. Not judging, to make it clear. That's her call to make. I'm confused. I feel like I'm missing something. It's a bit of a Calvard problem, a delicate one. After the revolution 100 years ago, discrimination on the basis of identity, race, and culture were all abolished. Our Constitution makes it possible for us all to live in harmony with one another. And to a certain extent, we do, at least on the surface. Oh, do you mean all the racial terrorism that's been happening? Prejudice runs real deep in Calvard. There isn't much over in Longport, but up north, oh boy. You got white supremacists stuck in Calvard's past who raised some hell with Easterners, and Central Easterners sometimes too. Things came to a head when Crossbell tried to declare its independence, and during the economic crises that followed, but it's calmed down since. Though that's only because Calvard's been basking in the prosperity of the Empire's reparations. If it isn't as if racism itself has disappeared. It's too bad it's not the case. Of course, Hayaway's never gonna take it lying down. They hit back hard. So there's that too. It's not all one-sided. Huh, that's a pretty mature take for you. Oh, shut up. I just hate stereotypes, that's all. I agree with you there. We're all individuals. It's just a shame that a lot of people in this world can't see others that way. Yeah. Central Easterners have a lot of Mira, so that adds to the friction too. They've contributed a good amount to Calvard's development in technology and academics. Their investments are a large reason why Vern and the Basel Institute of Science have become as big as they are. And it's not just their financial investments. It's well known that one of my great-grandfather's 3 disciples has a Central Eastern background. Professor Hamilton, if you know her. Oh, yeah, I've heard of her before. Still, it's sad to think that there are those out there who hate any contribution made just because of the people who made it. I guess I've still got a lot to learn about this country, huh? Very. The younger crowd doesn't really dwell on it as much on where people come from, though. I say keep it that way as you grow. Us oldies will be watching over you with pride as we sip our tea. It's true. All the old people who are racist will be dead eventually. Just gotta make the young people be open-minded. Van, you're not much older than us, you know. Heh, don't throw out your back just yet, Gramps. It's the job of your generation to pave the road ahead so we can have a smoother ride. You pave your own damn road, and calling me an old fart is bad enough. No. Oh. For some reason I thought he switched over to driver and was sleeping. Man, they're a tough bunch, but they all look their age while they're sleeping. Hard to believe we used to be like this too.
These are some troubled times, and I know you've all got a lot more to worry about than you'd ever let on.
That was Renee, right?
But I hope you'll never lose sight of how to live your life your own way. So you don't go off the rails like I did.
I can't believe this entire game is actually backwards. You're actually... The protagonist himself is the one that you know nothing about. I feel like I know... If you ask me how much I knew about, like, Anya's and Fairy and all... I know plenty. But Van? I couldn't tell you anything we haven't directly done in the game. Well... There's a lot of people who say things, but like I don't know any specifics about anything he's ever done. Who his master is? There's a lot. Nay, finally awake, huh? Desert. Morning, Van. Last night, did you Oh, we're in the Chirin Desert. I read about it in one of my textbooks. Nah, I kinda dig it. We just entered the desert proper. We'll get into Tharbad in about an hour. So it's been 7 hours? In the meantime, I'm Bush. You take over, number 3. Number 3. Sweet Adios, how the hell can he just pass out right there like it's nothing? It's like he's still in puberty or something. Hey, the rest is important. Conking out on demand is a good skill to have. He really did drive a lot. No wonder he's so tired. There sure are a lot of cars on the road. They must be traveling to the film festival. Now that the old man's sawing logs, nothing's stopping me from putting the pedal to the metal and seeing how fast this sucker can go. How about no? Let's just get to Tharbad in one piece, please. Let's see, according to this map, yep, like Van said, we're about an hour away.
Hey, there it is!
That's the city, huh? Bigger than I imagined.
A city overlooking an oasis, perched right between tradition and modernity.
Modernity? That's a weird word.
That must be Tharbad, all right.
I know it's a real word, but it sounds funky. Modernity. October 5th. Wait, we left at midnight? I didn't even check that. I just figured it was like 8 p.m. or something. No, we left at midnight? Huh. Wow, a waterfall in the middle of town? Pretty wild, right? Apparently the water's pumped in straight from the oasis. Looks like a lot of tourists running around here. Anyway, where am I parking this bad boy? Take a right and pull into the big parking lot. I got us a spot booked there. Will do. This is the... Oh, it is the spot. Here at last. Fane, are you gonna be alright? You only slept for an hour. I'll manage. Used to it at this point. You can sure tell we're in the desert, though. Barely morning and it's already hotter than Gehenna. It's only gonna get hotter throughout the day, too. And then nighttime hits and the temperature crashes like a bus. We're meeting our client at noon, yeah? Let's say we cool off at the casino. Yeah, in your dreams, kid. We need to check in at the inn first. Once we drop off our luggage, it'll be time for us to limber up. The place we're staying at is in the cultural district, right? Yeah, if memory serves, it should be... You want to go that way, then? What are we waiting for? Let's get to it. Why does this place give me FF11 vibes? Ooh. Oh, damn. It's kind of a big area. This song's gonna be a bit quiet, I bet. I'm gonna turn it up for a minute. Take it in. This is an interesting desert song. All right, we'll go back down. Huh. It's weird. It's like got desert vibes, but not the ones that I'm used to in games. All right, we gotta go back here first. Is there a sitar? Welcome to Tharbad. I'll be sure to look after your truck while it's parked here. We have a train station, but ever since cars got popular in the Central East, a good number of visitors chose to come by those. As a result, there are more parking lots around here than even just a couple of years ago. But more cars means more work. Oh well, we coordinate with the local police, so you can all rest assured that your truck is in safe hands here.
Whoops.
Okay. Oh. Are you telling me there are actually no NPCs to talk to? Like, really?
That
Man,
big-ass building must be the place.
That one.
It's called the Al Jumeirah Hotel. And yes, we'll be meeting there later.
Is that it?
I can't wait to see it up close.
Well, you'll have to wait a little longer. Let's keep moving.
All right. It's been a long time since I've been in Tharbad. Business is clearly booming out here these days. Normally I do business over in Elsame this time of year, but when I heard there was going to be a film festival, I couldn't not come. Now who wants some kebabs, huh? Don't be shy. What's a good festival without some even better eats to go with it? That's what I say.
Looking to buy something?
Of course, you're also Kaiju Tang. Literally everyone is Kaiju Tang.
See you again.
I mean, they already got him on the roll. Does that?
I am stuffed.
If Gaius shows up in this game, he's already good to go. Sao is also Kaiju Tang.
Righty. Not this way.
Fine. Yeah, there are no NPCs on the map, so. Okay. Oh, underground waterway? What? Isn't it pumped from an oasis?
Culture is so fascinating.
Hell yeah, I like this place already. All this hustle and bustle's my kind of scene. Camel. Are camels really that big? Damn. Tharbad's famous for its bazaar. The last time I came here, I remember there being traditional music and dancing and stuff. Oh, that sounds fun. I'd love to see some of that. Hey, I recognize those things. Don't you smoke stuff out of them? That's right, I've read about them before. They're hookahs, traditional devices that come from the Central East. Right, can't say I'm into smoking, but all this talk about vices has me keen on trying some of the booze around here now. Save the sightseeing for later, folks. We got an inn we need to check into first. It should be just past that sign over there. Oh, hey!
Come on, Sarah. We've got to get going.
Okay, right behind you.
Those two are clearly important to the story, but they don't seem like they'd be party members. They like seem almost unique, but not that unique. So I'm trying to figure it, like, so far I have no idea who the new party member is going to be. Proprietress Hala. Fairy, it's good to see you. How have you been? I'm doing great. Nice to see you too, Miss Hala. Oh, I see. This must be where... Yeah. This is where me and the rest of the crew stayed before. It's neat to see it again. Fate has a way of bringing people together like that. Anyway, welcome to Tharbad, everyone. 2 rooms, right? I'll show you where you'll be staying. Follow me. Glad to hear it. After you. They only got 2 rooms or something? I see. So you're living and studying in Edith these days, are you? I'm impressed. You've grown so much in just a year. Oh, it's no big deal, really. I've still got a lot to learn. I always have to ask Anias to explain stuff to me. I feel so bad for her. Please, it's fine. I enjoy teaching her things. Our fairy is a quick study. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I can't wait to see what the future holds for her. So you're her boss, right? Make sure you do your job right, too. And look after her well, got it? You just punch him? Well, somebody thinks pretty highly of you. Yeah, she's always been really nice to me. This'll make for a pretty solid crash pad. Rooms are clean and the food seems decent. I guess it's time to get to work now? That it is. Dingo said he's done getting us some 4 SPGs ready too. Let's take our time resolving whichever one catches our eye and then head to the hotel in the entertainment district by noon. Sounds good to me. Great, and then off to work we go.
So, where's the nearest bulletin board?
I think there's one in the bazaar.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look at this. Interim.
Gotta keep
good.
this up. Rank up. I'll
See.
be taking that.
Ooh, 5 and 3 increases healing item range by 10. And that is good. This seems like a fairy kind of quartz.
Maintenance mode engaged.
Okay, what would need wind and space specifically? Anything good? No. No, they're almost never together. There actually is nothing that directly benefits both wind and space. Like they're not, one of them doesn't require both of them at the same time. Let me look. Hold on. All right. I think overall the best benefit is getting Executioner easily on someone. Because it'd be 10 wind and 6 space. So that would almost give me enough wind. And I would just need some fire and wind for a little extra wind for him. Which means I'd have to get rid of this.
That's a single element slot.
Put
boss.
this here. Because he's the only one with green single element.
Skill loadout updated.
Therefore, putting me at 10 and 4. And if I had anything else that gave both wind and fire, we'd be good. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah. So, I would love to get Executioner on him. That would be awesome. Plus, if I get Executioner on him, then that would give me... Okay, I could have enough for that. Yeah, I'd have Swordbreaker Barrage on him as well. Chance of decreasing strength. So, I could put a fire in here, at the very least, and get that.
Looks like a new shard skill, eh?
Yeah, 20 more stun. Put a fire on him for now, and then I'll open his slot and put a little more wind on.
That's
the problem is
single element slot, boss.
I'm
That's
wasting
a single element slot, boss.
I'm wasting the space right now. It's only been being used on Cosmic Impact. Oh no, I'm not. Not at all. Never mind. Yeah, perfect. I'll just get 2 more wins eventually in this slot. Awesome. I got to keep that in mind because I'm going to forget for sure. Romani. Coming to this end always helps me always relaxes me. The proprietress and I are pretty friendly, so she understands what it's like, what I always like and need. Plus, it's easy to park your camels outside. Stuff like that is what makes old inns a godsend to traders like me. Once I give Hala my little gift from home I brought with me, it'll be time to start talking business. With all the places still lacking paved roads, even these days, there continues to be a place for traders like me who go around on camel. Those Orbal hookahs I've been seeing must be really new. I didn't see anything like them when I was in the city just last month. I might have to get one and try it out. They look like something you could smoke even while on camelback, not just when you need a break. What? There's no way you could smoke those on camelback. You need, like, literally the views nonsense. You could not do that. Hey, I remember you. You were with the Jaegers that stayed with us last year, weren't you? Looks like you've been doing well. If I remember, you really enjoyed our kofta, didn't you? I'll be sure to get some for you while you're here. Well, thanks, Khosrow. I can't believe you remember what I'd like to eat. You really are as good as your mom says. Everybody in my clan was saying you're going to be an amazing owner once you take over. It's no big deal. Your clan is just one of the more distinctive casts we've had, so your preferences came back to me pretty easily. Trust me, I've got a long way to go before I'll be ready to run the inn. Though that hasn't stopped my mother from trying to jump the gun and get things moving. Things? What kind of things? Oh, it's nothing. You don't need to worry about it. She'll forget about it and move on soon enough, I hope. Marriage? My mother has really high hopes for me as the future of the owner of the inn. Even if I think I still have a lot to learn before I'll be ready. But hearing that everyone in the Kruga appreciates my work does give me a little more confidence. I'll try to keep trying to make everyone proud. What a surprise this is. I didn't expect to see you again without the rest of your clan, Fairy. I remember the last time you stayed here, you said you wanted to get out and see more of the world. Have you gotten to do that? Yeah, Vance taught me so much. The only problem is, the more I learn, the more I realize just how big Zemuria is. That makes me want to see even more of what's out there. It sounds like a good problem to me. Now that you're on this new path, it's only natural to keep wanting to learn more and more. And if I had to guess, the real adventure has only just begun for you. There's a lot more for you to discover out there. If you have time, either tonight or later, I'd love to hear all about what you've seen so far. Sound good? Okay, I can't wait to talk about it with you, Miss Alla. This inn has always played host to all kinds of folks. It comes to with Tharbad sitting near the border. Take that trader over there. He stays with us every month. Fairy's clan are consistent regulars too. I lost track of how many times they stayed with us throughout the last year. Really?
Looking is always free, you know.
Oh, you just gave her that voice? I don't think she's ever actually going to be voiced then. Cures freeze. I'll buy 2. This is good. Very expensive though. I can't buy 2. Oh god, we're broke.
More anytime.
Recipe? Thank you. Red garlic hummus. Well, I gotta eat it once. Spicy chai tea. Okay. And then use your kitchen? Okay. 3,000 heal with damage up. Oh. Yeah, that is currently the best one I can make. I'm making 4 of these.
Got it! I'll try my hardest. My Kruga cooking turned out great.
I'm gonna wait to use that because that's very useful. I don't think I'll forget. All right. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm having like Ott Ergen vibes. No reason. It does not look or feel like Ott Ergen, but I'm getting the vibes anyways. Hi, dog. What the? I don't think it's open yet. Guess not. We'll have to come back around and check it out later. What is it? Common Marjan. Okay. I don't know what that is. Is it the bathhouse? As hot as this place gets, it's really nice. I like it. In fact, the heat makes it feel like I'm visiting a whole other planet. I used to not wander far when I left home, but after visiting Cray and Remiferia, I now really get a kick out of traveling as far as I can. Oh yeah, I remember hearing that the sand at Michelin Beach was shipped in from the Central East. Wait, what? Really? Maybe if my plan works out, I'll go visit there sometime next month and soak up more sun. Were you in Cray when I was there? I don't remember you at all. If so, I'm sorry.
Need some spices.
This place has got a totally different vibe from Longport. I like it.
Yeah, you can learn a lot about a region by walking around a big city like this.
It's walking so slow.
Good to know. I'll have to remember that.
Okay, they're done. I didn't know you could walk that slow. That's weird. Now, what should I get for this week's groceries? It might be a good idea to... Might be a good idea to be a bit sparing on the budget. People think everyone in Tharbad and Elsheim are rich, but as you can see, most of us are a lot more humble. Not that we're not blessed here in many ways. Circumstances can vary depending on where you go in the Central East. This region has its conflicts. It sounds really tragic, just how much Kadas has fallen in the wake of its development and all that. It's probably a hard, K-sounding Q, right? For most of this. Got an appetite for some Central Eastern fruits or spices? By any chance, you won't find my goods anywhere else in Calvard. Western nobles have loved our spices for generations. That's the reason trade first took off between our cultures. You should really give them a try. Once you do, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. Looks like my daughter Imani has made friends with a child visiting from out of town. I've had the pleasure of doing some cultural exchanges for my business, but to see her do that with just a picture book is really special. Honestly, it's wonderful to see people embrace our culture and find themselves captivated by it.
Hello.
Cinnamon cookie? Also, pretty good. 900 HP and 10 CP. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be broke.
Thanks for shopping.
Very broke in a minute here. I need something to hit.
Come and see.
Hello there. Interested in some Central Eastern antiques? Everybody in these parts really values history, which is good when you trade in artifacts like I do. For as much as the entertainment district has changed, the cultural district is still humming along, same as ever. Business is good. The fact that this is part of town still looks the way it does is all thanks to how much people around here cherish history. It's wonderful.
Alrighty.
Okay, that makes sense.
Hello.
Sand art model. I kind of wish these are modeled. I'd love to see them, but I get it. Descriptions. An arabesque. A coaster with geometric patterns. Okay, is that what arabesque means? I'm broke. Give me a moment. All right, we have... I'm still blocking. No matter what I do, I'm blocking this damn thing. 7,500 Nira, which hopefully will get us by for a little while. I also noted this last time I went to this shop. Turns out they do still have the stuff that requires you to buy stuff from everything. A mashi strap, a machette strap, a bunny strap, all turns into a leopard strap. So I should be holding on to certain things and making sure I get them because some of these look really good. 1,000 HP, 20 strength, 20 defense. I need a turban, Vern cape, and Elder's hunting cap. Okay. So I wanted to make those known in case, because if you played other trails, they always have the collect random souvenirs and trade them in for the good item kind of thing. And I couldn't find it until now. I don't know why, I just never noticed that they were here until now.
Thank you.
Oh wait, you got any rare?
Why, hello.
No.
Thank you.
Welcome. Have you thought about treating yourself to a hookah? A nice long hookah session is a traditional pastime in the Central East. Not only do they smell nice, but they've a wonderful cooling sensation when smoked. Definitely a must in a place that gets as hot as Tharbad. Lately, these portable orbital powered hookahs have been all the rage in Tharbad. Not those though, right? Like those are not portable. Honestly though, I can't say I'm a big fan. They've got no class. In my book, nothing beats the good old traditional hookah. Okay, so he's clearly talking about like these kind of things. You can't even really see it. Like an e-cig, basically. When tourists come to me looking for a hookah hookup, I want them to enjoy something with some real taste to it. Do it right, you know. I offer orbal hookahs to those who want them, but otherwise I don't go out of my way to push them onto folks. They just aren't my style. Yeah, you don't want people to get hooked. Not in that way. It's just not right. I'm glad my son is making friends with one of the local kids. Ever since I was sent out here for work, I've been looking for an opportunity to bring my family to Tharbad too. I'd only planned to take him to the film festival and go sightseeing. It's a perfect stroke of luck that he found a friend too. Oh. Seeing as the film festival is being held too, I decided to take my husband up on his idea and come with our son on a business trip. I figured it'd be nice, but I never anticipated our son would hit it off with one of the local children. What a wonderful surprise. I want him to grow up and to be wise and broad-minded, so I'm glad he's getting exposed to other cultures while he's still young. Good. Imani is, the merchant's daughter. And then, once the Jinn appeared from the lamp, it repeats the first words and leaves. Wow, that's awesome. Central Eastern fairy tales are so neat and cool. I know, right? My grandma and the people from the temple tell me stories with different morals all the time. Do people like to tell any neat, weird stories where you were from? I'd love to hear them. Sure, I can tell you about them. But after that, I want to hear more of your fairy tales, okay? Okay, then why don't we visit the temple? Mother Jamale knows a lot of stuff like that. I'm sure she'll be able to tell you lots.
Alrighty.
I've read a lot of picture books before, but the Central East has so many fairy tales I've never heard of. Imani knows a lot of them. I'm gonna ask the bishop lady to tell me some, too. I'm so happy Clem likes to hearing about the Central Eastern fairy tales. Most kids who visit Tharbad don't really care about them. It's so nice to meet someone who does. You're not real? You three are just a family? What are you doing? Oh, practicing to be a... What do they call them? I guess just dancer. That's the only term I know for now. I think something must be missing in my practice routine. I don't know if it's enough to catch up with those two. You've seen them, right? The pair of sisters that dance over in front of the oasis. They're so good. I really look up to them. It's my goal to be just like them one day. Yeah, they're just dancers. Oh. I thought there was a fancy word for it, but she just called them dancers, so... Or no, she just said they danced. Oh, are you from Arkride Solutions? The ones those 4 SPGs are supposed to be for? I've been hearing a lot of talk about you guys since you came into town. You have, huh? Guess word travels pretty fast in these parts. It does, although the main branch told me about you as well. All as well, so I'm a little familiar with you already, including what you guys got up to over in Longport. Apparently, it took me a moment to realize we're in the Bracer Guild. There's the symbol, including what you got up to in Longport. Apparently, you were even more capable than expected. Well, would you look at that? Sounds like the guild's given us some props. About time, if you ask me. Yeah, that also means we now got a reputation to maintain with these people, especially in light of what's going on. Not that we mind taking a load off the guild, ain't the first time. But don't expect us to take everything. We still reserve the right to decide. I understand. We appreciate you being so upfront about it. Don't worry, we'll be careful in what we choose to pass on to you. We simply appreciate your ability to handle some of our load and delegate responsibilities among yourselves as needed. As you can imagine, we have a lot more on our plate than simply providing security for the festival and sorting out any tourist problems. Sounds like the guild could be investigating something on their end, too. All the more reason to help them out, then. Not only will they owe us a favor or two, we might be able to get some intel out of them. I'm sure you've sensed it yourself, but Tharbad is in somewhat of a peculiar position. More and more issues are cropping up, and while we're not sure why yet, we do know that it's not just because of the film festival. We won't intrude into whatever business has brought you here. But you should be aware that we do have an investigation underway. So if you could bear that in mind, the complexity of the situation before making any moves, we'd appreciate it. Okay. Ismail? It's fair to say that Tharbad acts as a bridge between the Principality of Elsheim and Kelvard. You can see that in the film festival. The Elsheim royal family has such high expectations for it. They've directly invested in it. As both a proud master of Elsheim's royal sword fighting style and a bracer in general, it's a genuine honor to watch this region. Watch over it. You know royal sword fighting? Wait, I know you. You're really famous in the Central East for being the strongest Shamshir fighter. Wow. Guess that means you got quite a reputation back home, huh? You're born in Elsheim, right? Sounds like you've got close ties to this branch of the guild, though. I do. At first, I worked in Ludos, Elsheim's capital, but the Calvard branch was kind enough to extend an invitation, and now here I am. I miss home, to be sure, but I couldn't pass up this opportunity. It's a huge privilege being stationed in such an important city. It allows me to be of use to both Calvard and Elsheim. I like to believe that it was Arusha's will that brought me here. I've been living in Tharbad for 5 years now. At this point, I think of it as my second home. It's very fulfilling work. I get to help people who come here from all over Zemeria, as well as contribute to Calvard and Elsheim's good relations. Recently, we've been seeing more and more trouble. It is what it is. As a bracer, I just have to keep doing my job, and that's that. Okay. Renton. You must be the people from Arkride Solutions. I've heard all about your exploits in Edith and Longport from Elvis. He always grumbles about you guys whenever you come up. What the heck did you guys do to give him a fuss like that? We'll have to ask him. You're a friend of Elvis, though, huh? Guess I can see it. You two look about the same age. We're actually a year apart, but we came up into the guild. Came up in the guild around the same time, yeah. We worked together a fair bit when we were junior bracers. I was the first one to get promoted up to C rank between us, but I think I might not stay ahead much longer. He says he's on the verge of hitting B rank. Going to have to hustle if I don't want him to beat me. Sounds like you guys got yourselves a nice rivalry. Little rivalry. I know what it's like. I've got some folks like that over in my theater. I wouldn't say it's anything that serious, just a little friendly competition, I guess. But I have done my fair share of training while traveling all over the place. I want to make the most of my time while I'm out here. Plus, the city has its own problems right now. As a bracer, I can't just ignore them. I have to do something to help. Good on you, man. You're someone who looks pretty laid back on the outside. You actually sound pretty passionate about your job. Respect. I think we're going to get along just fine. You don't sound like the type of guy who will give us trouble like Elvis. No, yeah, I forgot that we were actually supposed to have a B-rank bracer coming in to help from the main branch. It'd be good to have extra help around, but I can't let myself become dependent on it either. I'm going to hit that B rank myself. I'm going to try and pull my weight as best I can. Probably Lahad. I think he mentioned going to help out here. Didn't he? I don't know. If I had the ability to retain every single NPC's day-to-day life, while also having my own day-to-day life, that would be great. But I can't remember everything. Some things I do forget pretty quickly, like random character names. No, don't be like that. Oh, it's Big Mustache Man. Zahan. Don't be like that. Abdullah. It's nice to see young people going out and enjoying new things. It brings a smile to my face. Not to mention, if we cling to our old ways too much, we as a people will have trouble getting along with those out west. Though those orbled up hookahs can go get buried in a dune, that I will grant. You young people, I swear. They're all in a tizzy over this forsaken film festival. Doesn't anyone know self-restraint these days? And it's not just the film festival that's wrong, so's that fountain in the eastern, goddammit, entertainment district. Back in my day, we treasured water. It's good to see the city thriving, but everybody seems to have forgotten that they all have Arusha to thank for their prosperity. Huh. I don't know why I had trouble reading that one. Wait, is that a cat? Oh. I thought the light was just being weird. Oh, another church. Oh, there's Jamale. Welcome to our temple. Truth be told, we've had some rather temperamental tourists come across our doors recently. However, I can tell that none of you here are here to cause trouble, and I'm more than happy to have you here. Central Eastern temples are meant to be places of tolerance, which is why we've always opened our doors in the spirit of understanding. Unfortunately, we've recently been seeing so many unruly tourists here. When things get too out of hand, sadly, I do ask them to leave. That's fair. Would you all happen to be interested in the Central East unique folklore, by any chance? It's quite a rich storytelling tradition. I teach those stories to the local children during Sunday school, but I think they have plenty to offer for visitors from other regions. Sadly, not many children from outside Tharbad show much interest in learning about them, which is a shame. Just you wait until but half a day passes and then that kid will finally get brought in here. To be fair, I think there are a lot of local places my age that have been drawn in by all the glitz and glamour of the entertainment district. But deep down, I think a lot of them still value our traditions and culture, even if they won't say it out loud. I know that because they all still come down here to the temple on holidays and pray with the elders. That's why I think this place is so important, and I'm glad to have it. It's preserving those traditional values so they don't get lost. Welcome, everyone. This is a place of worship for Arusha, the winged goddess. Many tourists these days wander into the temple out of curiosity. I hope your visit today offers some insights into our culture. As a scholar of Septian law, I spare no effort when it comes to spreading knowledge of the testaments to the people. In the harsh deserts of the Central East, we all help one another, so it's only natural for people to share their beliefs in the spirit of tolerance. That spirit matters more than ever as contact with the Western lands increases, and our daily lives here continue to change and evolve. I'm confident that the knowledge and teachings we have come to embrace here will prove useful to Westerners such as yourselves as well. I do find it fascinating that out of this entire continent, there are two religions, and they both worship the same thing and practice the same beliefs. It's just a different name, essentially, which kind of throws me off a little bit. Oh, let me go over here and talk to you just in case. It feels like there'd be a lot less religious war in this like universe, just because of that. Because they both get along and share the same belief. Is there a different religion that we don't learn about? What should I do? We can't ignore this problem any longer. It's getting out of hand. Wonder what his problem is. He keeps mumbling on about something. Beats me. Could be someone who needs our help. Why don't we see if there are any bulletin boards around here? Maybe he posted something. Okay, so that's what he's for. Yeah, we're gonna talk to them first. Oh, we're not talking to anyone. We're just looking at the view. Ooh. That's not an oasis. That's the ocean. It's so pretty. We're definitely in Tharbad with a view like this. Yeah, you won't find this anywhere else in Calvard. That over there must be the 6-star hotel we'll be visiting. So that's the Al Jumeirah Hotel. Maybe. Even from this far away, it looks huge. That Kowloon Hotel back in Longport's no slouch, but that palace of decadence might as well be made straight out of Mira. I gotta check out the observation lounge when I was here before, and it was so luxurious inside. I was blown away. The city at night looks amazing from up there, too. It felt different compared to Longport. Huh, you don't say. I want to see for myself. Me too. It's nice. I'm sure it's as nice as Fairy says. Alright, that's enough slacking off. You kids can't have you forgetting about work this quickly. Oh, is this where they dance? Hey, Fairy, is that the dancing you were talking about? I think the dance, different dancer. Wow, that was super fast auto for me. Damn. She's way better than the other dancer I saw. It's captivating. I can hardly take my eyes off her, probably. I think that was the same as before, right? They kind of did that with Aaron as well. Like, it was the same thing he did when we went to see him the second time, as opposed to the intro that showed him dancing. They kind of just did the same thing here, which means that dancer right there is probably our next party member. Woo, you girls are awesome. That was beautiful. It felt like I was in a dream watching that. All right, let's see here. Is that the dancing you saw before? I think it was a different dancer before, but yeah, it is. Let's check it out. That message popped up and disappeared so quickly. I saw, like, I think it was and then it was gone. I don't know why some of this is on auto and not voiced. Oh. It felt like a dream watching that. I know. Like those two girls were the only thing in the whole world. Hooks, lines, and sinkers won't get you that good. So, that's Central Eastern dancing, eh? For a couple of random chicks, they know how to capture an audience. I notice always clapping way slower than everyone. Man, oh man, you girls are hot stuff. Pretentious voice. What?
Thank you?
That's so much. Are you sure?
Oh, it's just a random right. Go on, you help yourselves. We've taken a real liking to you girls. All we ask is that you come hang out with us. We've got a nice room out in the entertainment district and everything.
Are you guys crazy?
I'm sorry. We're still working.
What, not enough cash for you? Fine, we'll give you girls more. As much as you like. Just come with us already.
Ow! Let me go!
Shahina!
Hey, what do you think you're doing? This isn't funny. Get your filthy hands off. Yikes. Huh, who are you calling filthy, huh? You locals ain't worth shit. Now go on, scram.
Let go of them, now!
Get him. Oh! Are you two alright?
Yeah. What is their problem?
God, what is this freaky kid? Hey, you two, what do you think you're... Get over here and... Huh? I can't move. Oh, well. We got some Jaeger dropouts, I see. Oh. Sucks to be you, having such morons for bosses. What did you say? So you're looking for some company, it sounds like. Got yourselves a pretty fancy room reserved here and everything. The film festival's not for another 3 days, you know. What if we helped you catch some Z's till then? Ugh. Hey, what's going on here? Oh, bracers. Great, now we've got bracers giving us grief. Shit. Just when we thought we could have some fun in this dump of a city, you guys had to ruin it. Pretty sure you ruined it when you grabbed their wrist. We'd better not catch you again, or else there'll be hell to pay. You hear us? It's okay. We'll break their arms by the end of the chapter. That's supposed to be our line. You guys were amazing. You got rid of them like they were nothing. I'm so glad to see those guys gone. What a relief. Oh, I guess I made a bit of a scene. I'm sorry. It's okay, Fairy. It all worked out in the end. What a morning. And we only just got here. Hey, you ladies okay? Those guys didn't rough you up too badly, did they?
Oh, no. We're fine.
Thank you so much.
Well, looks like everything's under control here. Yeah, I think those were the guys Jin mentioned before, too. With the harassers gone, the audience members donated tips to the two dancers before dispersing. Likewise, the pair of dancers resumed their patrol. What? Pair of bracers. Not pair of dancers. I was like, what the hell are they patrolling for? Here, these are on me.
Oh, really? Thank you.
You really don't need to. You've already done so much for us.
No, I insist. Consider it my way of saying thanks for putting on such a good show.
We make a good act, right? Especially Sarah. Nobody's as good a dancer as her.
Is that Velvet?
Shahina, stop.
Is that also Velvet? I'm just glad to see you two are all right after all of that. And that's what counts. I'm sorry for just barging in like that. I could have done better. Actually, what are your names?
Oh, I guess we haven't introduced ourselves.
That sounds like Velvet. They both sound like Velvet.
I'm Sarah. My younger sister and I dance for a living.
And I'm Shahina. Nice to meet you. And I'm Shahina. Nice to meet you.
No, that's not Velvet.
I'm Sarah. My younger sister and I dance for a living.
That's probably Velvet from Tales of Bizarria. I forgot her name. Very good VA. Her name is... It's Christina Valenzuela? I think that's how you pronounce her name. And I'm not wrong.
And I'm Shahina. Nice to meet you.
I'm Sarah. My younger sister and I dance for a living.
She voices both these characters. She voices both of them. These are both Velvet. That's pretty funny.
Anyway, what's your deal, old dude? What do you all do? You don't look like bracers.
Did you just...
Shahina! Don't call him that. That's rude.
Huh? But he is, isn't he?
Wow, she's very good at, separating them, though. Looks like I'm not the only one who thinks you look old, Gramps. Shut up. It isn't funny. Anyway. So you guys go around... so you guys go around solving problems, people's problems. That's interesting. I had no idea there were jobs like that in the capital. Could they be the ones people have been talking about since yesterday? Wow, that's so cool. It sounds like a really grown-up thing to do. It's okay, you don't have to tiptoe around me. I'm over it. Sucks to be you, Chief. Anyway, real talk, I'm glad we were there to handle those guys for you girls. Creeps like that tend to give you two grief a lot. Actually, no, the vast majority of tourists who come to watch us are quite polite. Though I can't deny that sort of trouble has been on the rise all over the city the past few days. Well, that's a bummer. Could it be because of the film festival coming up so soon? I think so. You only have to look at the parking lots to see that there are people from all over Zamiria, not just Calvard, coming to attend. And among those visitors are guys who think they're hot shit, making it big through investments or startup companies. Perfect recipe for fun. And given that, I can understand how things would be happening around here. I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean. Could you... Don't worry about it. Just stuff to do with work on our end. Well, you guys had some really crazy moves when you confronted those other guys back there. Fairy was so fast I didn't even see her coming, and you two were super quick too. Hey, you all should learn how to dance while you're in town. I bet you'd do great. I'll teach Fairy and Sarah. Sarah'll teach Anya's. What do you say? Shahina, I'm sure they've got more important things to do than hang out with us. I'm a bit curious how you guys dance now that you mention it. It was so pretty. You two were really amazing to watch. What sort of dance is it exactly? We come from a family of dancers that have passed our form down from generation to generation. Our mother taught us these moves. I guess I wouldn't be against teaching you a little bit about what we do if it helps keep our traditions alive. Alright, clearly it feels like we were meant to meet. If you're interested, I'd be happy to show you the basics. What do you say? Wow, really? Sure, I'd love to learn more once we're done with our work here. Well, if Fairy's in, I can hardly say no. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with you, but I'll try my best. You know, I bet there are things from it that I could apply to my sword dancing, too. I might just join in on those lessons. Whoa, you can do that? Hey, the more I think about it, the more I think you look like you might be able to pull off our outfits, too. 100% he could. Oh, yeah? Sure, that'd be a piece of cake. Nothing I haven't done before. Oh, I hadn't thought about wearing those outfits. Do I really want to? I can't wait to start learning. You kids do recall that we're here on an assignment, right?
Hi, Van.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for picking up.
Speak of the devil.
Looks like you're all in Tharbad.
Hey, stranger. Yep, we rolled in here first thing in the morning.
That's good. I hope the long drive didn't take too much of a toll on you. I know this might be a little early for you, but we also actually got in by airship just a little while ago.
Nice. So we'll be able to sit down and talk about the job soon. Do you want us to head over right away?
No, there's no rush. As long as we can talk by noon, any time works for us. Plus, we still need to unpack and...
Hey, Nina. Have you seen the key to my suitcase anywhere?
There's Judith.
No. Why would I have seen that? Sorry about that. I'll see you all at the hotel then.
Sounds good. See you then. Is that Nina you were talking to? Yeah, sounds like she just got into town. Once we find time, we should make our way over to Mira's hotel. Still, that voice sounded like... Hold on, did you say Nina as in Nina Fenley? You guys know her? Nah, don't mind her. She just really likes movies. Sometimes the big screen out in the entertainment district will show free movies, which we will catch. Ever since they announced the film festival was coming to Tharbad, Shahina's been a ball of excitement. Well, duh, how could I not be? Lots of famous actors, actresses, and directors are going to be in town, not just Nina. Are you guys going to go meet with her later? I'm so jealous. Do you want us to try and get you an autograph from her? She'd probably say yes if we ask nicely. For real? You'd do that for me? Well, I can't make any promises. Only if she's comfortable with it. Oh, that's fine. Please, I love you guys so much. I promise not to call you an old guy anymore if you do this for me. You don't have to keep bringing that up. I think there's no escape for you, dude. I'm really sorry about her. If you could do it, it would mean the world to her. Anyway, you should be in town for 2 to 3 days. If anything comes up, feel free to contact us. It'll cost you extra, but we'll be more than happy to help. Okay. Okay, thank you. Well, I'll let you know if we need anything. After that, they went back to perform some more, while Van and the others opted to visit the entertainment district. Not yet. You still have this to do. Which I think we could at least look at. Depending on if it looks long, I may wait, but I don't know. You guys were awesome. You sure taught those bullies a lesson. Shahina and Sarah both work so hard, I can tell. How could anyone be so mean to them? That's wrong. My big brother and I have known Shahina and Sarah since they first came to Tharbad. He says he has a lot of sympathy for them because they're two siblings who work so hard, just like us. And I totally agree. That's a good reason as any to make friends with someone. Thanks for stepping in and rescuing Sarah and her sister, you guys. I've known those two for a long while. It's sad to say we've been seeing more and more visitors like those dirtbags walking our streets. Normally I work as a tour guide out in the sand sea, driving people in my car. When those girls are out dancing, I take my customers to them. With things the way they are right now, though, I guess I'll have to start being more careful which tourists I take around, period. Those two girls have been dancing ever since my little brother and I started helping out with the business. It's been great. We've both grown accustomed to our customer bases. No, we've grown our customer bases. And we both share some of our customers with each other. We both win when we do good. I owe those two a lot for what they've done. That's why I need to be careful who I take on, so I don't cause them any trouble. Sure. That is not... There's no way this is an oasis. This is the biggest oasis I've ever seen. I wish that is an oasis. It's not the ocean. Damn, though. Like, that is huge. Wait, I thought they went back to dancing. Did they move? Oh. Guess they're gone. All right, let's just take a look at the board. If it's something... It seems like it's going to be long. I don't know. Young kleptomaniac girl at the bazaar popped up again. I can't afford to overlook her activities anymore, but I don't want to rely on the cops or the guild and make this a headache. I think you can catch her and hand her over to me. I'll explain the details. Okay. Burglar. Wow, 4 SPG already. This dingo got the word out about us. Good to know. Is there really that much of a demand for a spriggan service in a town like this, though? This isn't like Longport, where Hayway calls the shots. The bracers can operate without anyone else putting the squeeze on them, right? Yeah, actually, the Tharbrad branch is right over there. There's definitely bracers around. This is all true, but anywhere you go, there will always be people with more sensitive needs who can't use bracer services easily. Plus, with the film festival around almost here, the guild's probably short on hands and can't get everyone who needs them. Huh, right. Then I guess we picked a good time to show up and help those poor folks who would otherwise fall through the cracks. Exactly. But remember, we're here on a mission. We can definitely help, but don't lose track of our priorities. You. Hey there. We're with Arkride Solutions. You, the manager, looking for some help? I am. You folks sure turned up quick. My name is Fazl. I oversee the bazaar here in the cultural district. Not to be rude, but do you mind if I cut to the chase and explain what I need? By all means, take it away. Thank you. As I wrote in my post, we've been having some problems with a young girl who routinely steals from the stalls here. I've been able to look the other way until now, but unfortunately it's starting to get out of hand. Some say I should just turn her into the police, or guild, but I'd rather not do anything that drastic. I mean, I've seen her. She's a kid. I was hoping you folks could wrangle her up for me so I can sit down and talk to her. Try and work something out. That's all you want us to do? If that's the case, you really could just talk to the guild. I'm sure Bracer would be happy to help. I can see why you would think that, but I'm just interested in helping her. I don't want to get her in trouble. The Bracers, being who they are, would likely feel compelled to come down on her if they knew how much she's stolen. That's why I thought you and your team might be the best option. You don't need to deal in absolutes the way everyone else does. For a guy running a business org, you sure are being lenient with such a big-time shoplifter. What gives? Why do you want to give this girl a pass? It's hard to admit these days, but it's a fair question. You see, when I was her age, I was also destitute and made ends meet by stealing whatever I could. I was lucky enough to eventually find a job that let me earn an honest living. I shudder to think what would have become of me if I hadn't. I see a lot of myself in that girl, and want to give her a second chance. Sure, I get you. Still awfully generous of you. Okay, I think we have a good grasp of the situation. I can understand why you felt it was best to come to us. Does that mean we're gonna take it? No, you bet we are. The only question is whether we start now or save it for later. Yeah, we'll just get her out of the way. We're good to go. Let's hammer out a plan of attack. Once we found her, we'll get in touch with you. Sound good? Very much so. Thank you for agreeing to help. I'm going to get back to work now, but if you folks need anything, let me know. I'll drop everything to help. Now, with that settled, the first thing we need to do is gather info about our thief. We should speak with some of the merchants and find out what their experience with her has been. Like, definitely. Might not be the worst idea to check in at the guild and do a little asking around about her either. From the sound of things, it wouldn't surprise me if they have at least some idea of what's going on. That's true. If she's been stealing lots, they might know some stuff. In that case, might as well hit up the temple while we're at it. I don't know what Tharbad's is like, but you'd think they take in orphans. You probably don't go out patrolling for him. Go on patrols looking for him, though? This thief's an orphan. They might know about her. Good thinking. That's 3 stops on our tour, then. Bazaar, Guild Branch, and Temple. It's a good amount of people to talk to, but no need to rush. Just take your time and do it right. Ready to roll? Okay, let's see if we can help find out.
Commencing mission.
I think we could get this done pretty quick. All right, give me a moment, though. I need to catch my breath. All right. Finish this up quick. I'm going to start with the bazaar because it just makes sense. When tourists come to me... Oh, wait or no. That's normal. I have to hit square.
Can we talk?
Looking for that infamous little thief, huh? I've definitely heard people talk about her. Can't say she's come to pay me a visit, though. Knowing Fazil, he probably doesn't want to press charges on her, right? Between you and me and the post, I think that's going too easy on her. Honestly, I think so too. The way I figured, if there are no consequences for what she's done, then she'll grow up to be completely amoral. Not that I'm one to talk, I'm not the best role model either. Well, we still appreciate what you had to share. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, come and see if you...
Can we talk?
You're asking about that shoplifter. Yes, I've heard of her. She's never been to my stall, however, so I don't know much about her. A bracer actually asked me something similar earlier. I wonder what happened to her after that. You said a bracer talked to you? What did they say? It was a while back, but I believe they were investigating how much damage she had caused. Personally, I have a really hard time seeing such a young girl struggling so badly. I pray that someone, be it a bracer or whoever, finds her and gets her the help she needs. I absolutely agree, ma'am. Thank you for your time. Sounds like the guild has been looking into this too. Sure does. All the more reason for us to go and pay a visit to the local branch.
Oh, come and see if you...
Need some spices, perhaps?
Let me ask you something.
It's not your daughter, right? Oh, I know the girl you must be talking about. She sneaks into my shop all the time. And you sell food. So she's just trying to survive. How often would you say she tries to steal from you, ma'am? And how much, too? That'd be good to know. Let me think. Say she comes here about every other day. She never takes a lot. She's just a child. She can only carry so much. So you know for a fact that you're dealing with a loner. She's not in any kind of gang or anything like that? No, I've never seen her working with anybody else. She's always by herself. To be honest, I do feel for her. You hate to see someone so young live like that. Hopefully either the police or the temple can take her in soon and give her the help she needs. That's what we're trying to make happen, ma'am. Thanks for talking to us. You've been a big help.
Need some spices,
You won't find this just anywhere.
Let me ask you something.
Oh, she comes here too. Every other day. Oh yeah, I know the girl you're looking for. All right, she's in here constantly. Last time I saw her was 2 days ago, I think. Wow, that's really recent. She looked desperate. You can tell she's going through a real rough patch. Her clothes are filthy. I can't not help a kid who's clearly just trying to survive, you know? So the trick is I make some food for her, and she gets to steal it. Oof. That's both very wholesome and also encouraging her to continue. But she's, yeah, I get it. Awfully generous for someone who's been targeted by her. You don't think she should be apprehended or something? Don't get me wrong, it'd be better for everyone if she stopped stealing from my shop. Last thing I need is word getting out that I'm some kind of easy mark and more organized thieves getting ideas. But I don't have the heart to stand there and watch a little girl starve right in front of me, so I try to do what I can. Take good care of her when you find her, okay? I trust the bazaar manager will come up with something. Of course, we're all on the same team. Thank you for talking to us.
You won't find this just anywhere.
He's a good man. Yo.
Let me ask you something.
Yes, that's right. We're aware of the thief in the area. One of our bracers said they managed to catch a glimpse of her previously. They haven't seen hide nor hair of her while patrolling the city since. So the guild's on the lookout for her. That's good to know. Sounds like it could be pretty tough to find her. Do you mind if we ask the guild what the guild has planned for her? Wait, has a plan for what to do with her if they find her again? Initially, we were planning to take her into custody, of course, but Fazl and some of the merchants asked us not to be too harsh with her, so for the time being, we've been hands-off about it. That's pretty much what he told us, too, that he'd rather settle it privately. Which is fair. If the merchants want to try and resolve it themselves, we can't butt in. I hope that answers your question. Good luck with your search. Thanks. We've got our way of figuring these things out. We'll make it work. Well, time to find someone else to talk to. Let's go. You know where she is? There. No. That's just the only place we haven't been. No, we're asking him.
Can we talk?
A serial shoplifter around the bazaar? Yes, I've heard about her. In fact, I've sent people into the bazaar to try and look for her. If this young girl is committing crimes because she has nowhere else to go, it's our duty to take her in and give her refuge. That's so kind of you. How did the search go? One person did manage to see her, but only once. She vanished into the ether since. It pains me to think we aren't able to help her. If only we could find her and at least talk to her about her circumstances. Alas. Wow, she must be pretty determined if she's trying that hard not to get caught. Thanks for talking to us, Father. We really appreciate it. Phew, I think that's finally all of the places we wanted to visit. Yeah, let's get back to the bazaar and go over everything we heard. Alright, I think we've dug up about as much as we're gonna find. Based on what we know, we can probably assume this girl has no friends or family. None living, anyway. She seems to live on her own and looks after herself and no one else. And she's pretty damn good at swiping stuff. Takes skill to avoid getting noticed by people from both the guild and temple outside of that handful of times. Which means it's not going to be easy to find her. Don't worry, you've got me, remember? I'm sure if we work together, we can nab her. None would help. She might be better than average, but we're still dealing with a kid here. It shouldn't be impossible. Right. Now that we know the score, we should try setting up a stakeout. She doesn't know we're looking for her, so with any luck, she might come out of hiding if we wait long enough. You really think, dude? How the hell do you know we know she's even going to show up today? Let alone when? Because she's coming there constantly, and it's been 2 days since then. And she hasn't been at the other stall. We don't, but if two of the shopkeepers we talked to mention they last saw her 2 days ago, enough time has passed that she might need to come out and forage again. I think it's worth a try. That's my opinion too. As for where we'll set up shop, let's talk to the stall owners who saw her before. With any luck, we can all work together. Okay?
Need some spices, perhaps?
You won't find this.
I'm going to talk to him. In case I can't talk to both, I'm going to talk to him. We meet again. Need something else? Yeah, it's about that shoplifter we mentioned earlier. There's something we wanted to discuss with you and the other owner across the street. Could you come with me? Yeah, no problem. And the others split up to talk to each of the shopkeepers. Explained their plan. Basically, knowing what we do now, we want to set up a stakeout within the bazaar and see if she turns up. Would you two mind if we hid inside your shops to keep an eye out? Oh, go right ahead. You'll be doing us a favor if you manage to capture her, if anything. Yeah, what she said. Plus, the manager hired you guys. Of course we trust you, and we'd be happy to work with you. Thank goodness. We're glad you understand. Thank you both so much. Okay, with that settled, let's split up. Get to work. Anius and Farida, you take one stall. Get out of here. You, punk, are sticking with me. We'll set up the shop in the other stall. Hope you don't regret bringing me along, Chief. Now you have to deliver and show me how good you are. We got this, Fairy. Yeah, we'll catch her, no sweat. That girl over there, could she be the one? She does look really cautious of her surroundings, like a thief when scoping out a place out. Yeah, but this makes you look very suspicious before you even get there. She's so small. It's sad to see her, that she has to steal so much in order to survive. Hey, she's coming this way. That works out nicely for us. Once we see her steal something, we close in and nab her. Well, that's all the shopping I need done for today. On a different note, the film festival sure has brought an awful lot of people into town. This place already gets hot. Now it's going to feel stuffy everywhere you go because of all the crowds. Oh, what a bother. Maybe so, but I certainly can't complain about having more customers. I'm happy they're here. Pickpocket slipped an apple into her bag when she thought no one was looking. Whoa, just instantly popped out of nowhere. Dang, kid, you really are as smooth with your hands as you've been led to believe. I've been. There's no need to be scared. We're what you might call problem solvers. Not here to turn you over to the cops or anything. We just want to talk for a bit, that's all. Like it or not, we need you to come with us. With a quick feint, the girl managed to sneak straight past Van? What? Hey, how does it feel to letting a little kid give you the slip? Van, is everything okay? I saw the girl run towards the end. Don't worry, old man. We'll clean up your mess. Let's move, girls. Van, how could you? Now you're gonna look old. This street's pretty crowded. How will we ever figure out where she went? That must be the idea. Blend in with all these people and get out unnoticed. Hell, if it's gonna work on a couple of pros like us, though. Got you, you little punk. What? What the? Huh. Ooh. Damn, how the hell is she so slippery? Did she literally just jump onto that tarp and start running on it? Oh boy, I can already tell she's gonna drag this thing out. Let me go after her next. I can handle heights just fine. I'll get her for you guys. She might be light on her feet, but she's not as light as this proud Kruga warrior. Quit running. Stop right there. I promise you want to hear what we have to say, really. Hey, don't go wasting food like that either. I'm so embarrassed. She managed to shake me off too. You should have forgotten the apple and stayed on her tail. What were you thinking? But she stole it. I thought it would be terrible for stolen food to go to waste like that. It's really admirable of you, Fairy. I think it's important to keep stuff like that in mind too. She made a break for the entertainment district, which might actually be a blessing in disguise. That area is a lot more wide open, so she won't have nearly as many places that she can slip into easily. Blah, blah, blah. This will be our chance to finally surround her and take her in. Everybody ready? For sure. There she is, over there. It's having trouble loading some things, I think. I don't see her anywhere, but she had to have run into this parking lot. We're in luck, if so. It's a dead end. She'll have nowhere else to go. Let's split up and search for her while keeping the exit sealed off. She won't get away this time. I'll guard the entryway then. No way in Gehenna she'll get past me. I think I'll go with him. 2 guards are better than 1. Sounds good. In that case, Anyas, you and I will search the perimeter. Keep a close eye out for her. She could pop out and try to book it at any time. Right, we'll catch her for sure. Nope.
Whoops.
Oh, we definitely can't talk to anyone right now. She in my car? Whoa. Wait, whoa.
This place has got a totally different vibe from Longport.
Yeah, you can learn a lot about a region by walking around a big city like this.
Did this just come up?
No, I'll have to remember that.
Oh, no, it didn't. Hold on, I'll read this after. There's no way she's in the... Whatever popped up there is not voiced, and I missed it. It just popped up on the left, not voiced, and I didn't get a chance to read it. This, they just said. When we get back, I'm going to have to give you a full wash top to bottom. Why? It looks as good as new to me. Well, it is covered in sand. Poor guy. Can't stand to see his baby looking nothing less than her finest. She'll survive, old man. Okay. Is that Maxim's car? There she is. It's a thief. We'll circle around from the right. You flank her from the other way, all right? Okay. There you are. We finally found you. We really have to keep running? You must be exhausted at this point. Can't we at least sit down and talk? There's someone who's really concerned about you, who shouldn't be stealing like this. Yeah, right. Why should I believe you? Can you give it a rest already? We're trying to do right by you. You're not getting away from us. Just grow up and turn yourself in. Running will only make it worse. How could I let this happen? No, I thought for sure she was getting away after that. After much effort, Van and company apprehended the shoplifter and got in touch with Fazil. The group decided to rent a room so they could have a place to talk to the young girl. Whew. All right, now that we finally get to meet, why don't you tell us your name? Can you do that? There's no getting away now, kid. You have nothing else to lose. You might as well talk. My name's Sinem? Sinem. I know it's bad to steal from the bazaar, but I'm not sorry about it. If I have to steal so I don't die, then I'll steal as much as I have to, period. That's fair in its way. It sounds like you really don't have much of a choice. Aye, that's reasonable enough. In that case, let me ask you another question. Where's your family? How have you been living up to this point? My mom and I used to live in the country, but eventually we ran out of money, so we had to move to find work. Ever since my mom got sick and died, I've been alone. No. I used to do random jobs while going from place to place. Oh, Sinem, I'm so sorry. But you could have gone to the temple. They would have helped you. In fact, it might not be too late now. Maybe they'll still take you in. Exactly. That's also what I thought. You guys must be joking. I'm more than just a thief, you know. I've done all kinds of bad stuff in order to survive, like delivering sketchy packages to people. Someone like me doesn't deserve to be taken in. Oh, now you act all high, noble, and mature. Some logic you've got there, kid. Whatever, are we done talking now? Just turn me over to the cops and get it over with already. You're wasting my time. No, not going to turn you in. I brought these people in on this precisely to avoid that outcome. Huh? Now I'm not sure what to do. I was originally going to talk to the temple and ask them to look after her. What do you think? What should I do about her? Good question. Let me think. Try as she might to resist, leaving her with the temple is probably the safest bet. If not that, she at least needs someone who can rein her in and set her straight. I was just gonna say, adopt her. He clearly cares. He understands what she's like because he used to be like that. Adopt her. Come on, man. The temple... No, that one, for sure. I definitely agree with with a personality like hers, she'd have a real tough time fitting in over at the temple. Would you be open to taking her in yourself? Actually, I thought about that as well. We have an empty apartment we normally rent out for caravans that's going unoccupied, so she'd still have a place to stay. You know what? I'll do it. This must be Arusha's work at hand. Hand at work. I'd be happy to be your guardian for a while and see where it goes from there. We'll even have you come work for us in the bazaar. See what? Who would want a thief working there? Especially with everything I've taken. Oh, I get it. You just want to feel good about yourself for being so kind to some poor little girl who's down on her luck. Is that it? If that's all you think about me, I'll stay on my own and steal to survive. Thank you very much. I was in your shoes, believe it or not, once. And there was this nosy merchant who couldn't keep to himself. He took me in, gave me a place to stay, taught me how to work, and eventually I ended up in charge of the whole bazaar. I've always wanted to give something back for getting a second chance. And yes, I see that opportunity in you, Sinem. You may think my offer is insincere. Honestly, that's fair. But I think it's still the right thing to do for your situation, one way or the other. It's okay, I'm sure once you talk to the stall owners and explain your situation to them, they'll let you stay. You're going to have to be a little brave, but it's a chance to make a fresh start. I think it'll be worth it. What she said. If you don't want to get too familiar with the cops, now's the time to start getting your act together. It sounds like you don't exactly enjoy living the way you do anyway, so what's the harm in taking him up on the offer? When you guys put it like that, I guess I can't refuse. Alright, I'll work in your frickin' bazaar, since you insist. I mean, if you really want me, that is. Of course I do. We're happy to have you aboard. That's exactly how I was hoping it would go. Phew, that solves that. Finally, that girl sure made us earn our keep. Don't I know it? Thanks for going to all the trouble. I really appreciate it. Now it's my turn to do the heavy lifting and support her. Got a long road ahead of us, starting with getting the whole bazaar on board, but one way or another we'll make it work. I bet you will. Good luck, mister. Thanks. I'll never forget what you've all done for us, both of us.
All in a day's work. Mira deposit confirmed.
Whew. Yeah, got extra gray for that. I wasn't even going to think about, like, if it was going to be gray or not. Giving her to the temple just doesn't seem like it would solve the situation for her. This is a more personal one.
Gotta keep this up.
Yay, we need 140? Oh god, we're gonna be a ways away from that. Alright, I believe I'll go talk to her. She's out here now. And I'm just about to introduce all of the vendors to Sinem. I don't exactly expect everyone to welcome her with open arms. It's quite possible some of them will give her a hard time. But it's all just part of the process. In time, I'm sure they'll learn to warm up to her, and even embrace her. Sounds like it'll be rough. Good luck, Sinem. You can do it. We've all got your back. I don't know what you expect me to say to these people. Seriously. I told you before, I'm not going to apologize for what I did. I had to do it to survive. I would have literally died if I didn't take matters into my own hands. Then be honest and tell them that. I think everyone knows deep down that was the case. Still, if you understand what you did was wrong, it wouldn't hurt to tell them you're sorry, would it? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying sorry about what happened. Not even a Right. I suppose we've been talking too long. Looks like we need to get some food in you first, Nah, don't laugh at me. This isn't funny. She seems to have a good heart. Hopefully she and the sellers will learn to get along. I don't blame her for being all standoffish, and especially if her mom died, got sick, and then she's just been sitting here alone forever. Yeah, it makes sense. I feel for her on that. And probably tough to like admit stuff like, I'm sorry, in this situation. All right. Well, that is all of this. A nice little introduction to Tharbad. We still haven't gone to the other half, but obviously we're out of time. In the next episode, we're going to do the entertainment district, walk around, and then continue with the story. And we'll see if we get more side quests. We'll see how far it gets. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.